163 of the income stream. Got my coffee. We got the wheel. We got you, and that's all we need. We're going to have some fun. We're going to do some giveaways. I'll tell you what the prize is in just a moment. We're going to give away 3 prizes, 3 of the same prize today. Last week, we gave away a single grand prize, so more chances for you to win. Stick around till the end to do so. Thanks so much for being here. Welcome in. Say hello to your friends if you're here with me live. Hashtag Team Replay in the comment section if you're watching the replay of these. Sorry you can't participate if you're watching the replay. You got to come in live sometime on Friday. We have fun. Thank you so much for being here, and let's have some fun, baby.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream. All while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
Sorry, just super excited about today. I had to do something to the wheel that you may or may not be supportive of, but I had to take a particular game out of the wheel because for whatever reason, even though there was just one of that game on the slot, it kept landing on it, and it was just too much. It was just too much. I have to take a break from it for a week. We're getting rid of Watch Your Mouth, the one where I put the thing in the mouth and then I start saying things and you have to guess. We're going to maybe save that for later. I also tried to get another game on here. In fact, one that was actually done through the computer where I could share my screen and show you. It's this new game that all the kids are playing today, and adults. It's called Fall Guys. I downloaded it yesterday on my PC. Unfortunately, it's PC only right now. So I'm on a Mac, and I'm not able to do it. So I'm sure I could figure out a way to make it happen, but for right now, that's not going to be cool. But that's a fun, short, exciting game to watch if you haven't seen Fall Guys, and especially if you have kids and you want to try some fun video games with the kids. Fall Guys is a super fun game. So anyway, yes, I took out, I see some of you who are like, oh yeah, you're getting rid of Watch Your Mouth. We're getting rid of that today, but I did add something that I thought would be really great, and this is one that we could all participate in, and it's this one right here. No, not that one. This one, Gratitude, where you and I can just take a moment really quick to, however many times we land on that, to just express thanks and gratitude for something that we have going on in our lives or to somebody else. This is something that I practice every morning, and I love this lesson and just this reminder to do so because sometimes, especially with times being tough and a rough time in the world right now, it's often very, very good practice for mental health to continue to practice gratitude too. So now that I've said I've traded Watch Your Mouth for gratitude, now you can't get upset at me because you know that's the truth. It's a good thing, right? We'll get back into it, I promise. We're going to have maybe a day where Watch Your Mouth is like in 4 spots or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But if you're here with me for the first time, the way this works is literally we spin the wheel. Whatever the wheel says, we do. There's some games on here. There's some actions that we can all take together. If I happen to land on question, then all you have to do is type in a question in the chat. Just type in the question or the word question in all caps, and then I will be there to answer it, and I'll answer a whole bunch at the same time. Jennifer L., welcome to Team Flynn Gold. Thank you so much. We are almost at the end of the month here before I spin the wheel, and I want to thank you all so much. Jennifer and every other single member here with a green name. You mean so much to me and everybody else here. Again, you don't have to pay to play or to be a part of this. And in fact, if you're struggling with income at all, do not. You need to focus on you, and I'm still going to be here to show up. Just those of you who want to show support and you have so much in the past, I wanted to give something back to you. And if you become a member, you get access to emojis. We're having community-only conversations on YouTube. It's a lot of fun. And also the super chats and all those incomes, all the money coming in from the members and the super chats and everything this month is being donated to PolarisProject.org, helping to put a stop to human trafficking. Just want to provide awareness for that. The charity next month, Tim, I'm not sure what it's going to be. We're gonna see, but I'm stoked that you're here. Jordan, first time here.
Bruh.
Big bruh for you. Thank you so much. Now let's not let me ramble anymore. We're gonna spin the wheel and see what happens. Let's do it. Wheel, we have some question. Okay, so the way this works, type in the word question followed by your question. And if you are a member, use the red question mark emoji so that I can find it easier. And I'm going to answer 3 or 4 rapid fire for you, and then we're going to move on to the wheel next. As I'm waiting for questions to come in, let me tell you about what we're giving away. We're giving away 3 signed copies of my book, Superfans. It's this book right here. this will change how you interact with people online. And this to me is business insurance. This is absolutely what's needed today beyond SEO and paying for ads and getting exposure for your brand. This is about creating experiences and moments within your brand to help become somebody's favorite, to be have people become super fans. Beyond the 3 that I'm going to give away for each winner, I'm also going to give you a shout out on both Instagram and Twitter. We're going to connect with you, whatever your website is, or at least your username. We'll figure it out, but I'll give you more instructions at the end. But I will be giving you a shout out and maybe pushing some people your way too through those mechanisms. Jen, welcome to Team Flynn. Gold, baby. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for being here. Okay, so we got some questions coming in. What should I do with my course prototype after I create it? So your course prototype is something like your outline, right? You've prototyped it. If you've done that already, you've outlined it, great. Start sharing it with people, talk about it with people, your customers, your target audience, or your future customers. Have them walk through it in their head to see, okay, is this actually addressing all the bits and pieces that make sense? You could also at the same time and simultaneously, you can take one of your favorite parts of that prototype or of that outline, and you can build it. And then you can actually give it away for free or have people go through it to test it to see, are these lessons or the way that you teach something that people can respond to that can be used to build hype and get people excited, to get people on an email list, and then you can build out the rest of the thing too, if you'd like. What's up, Startup Flame? Thanks for being here. Question from Jeff. If I want to start a brief daily video check-in, like 2-3 minutes about my personal diabetic journey, do you have to have a platform, or do you have a platform recommendation for such a thing? I think a really great check-in mechanism for something short like that could be something like Instagram stories. On Instagram stories, you can go live. Facebook, you can go live as well. And just a quick check-in, I would make it the same time every day for you to be able to build that habit and for others to build the habit of being able to listen and or watch that too. Instagram stories is great because I love Instagram because it's very personable. It's very easy to connect. You just go live on Instagram. It doesn't have to be professionally done. It could just be very raw and real, and that could be a great way to check in. The only issue with Instagram stories, mind you, is that these stories go away after 24 hours. So if you want to keep track or keep these things, you could actually do a live and then turn them into Instagram TV on Instagram or on Facebook, obviously, and even on YouTube going live. It'll sort of save, if you will. All right, let's keep going with a few more questions. We got Tommy. Why do you think you're drawn to Back to the Future? Go deep. Oh, you want me to go deep? Tommy, you want me to go deep? Let's go deep. I've always loved the movie. Ever since I was a kid. Cool car, cool story, right? A little bit of a Oedipus thing going on, which I didn't know about until, later in life, but we don't need to talk about that. But when I was laid off in 2008, I fell into a small state of depression. And the only thing that really kept me happy during that time was, escaping. And it was escaping in this movie called Back to the Future, where, thank you for the storytime emojis, everybody. I started watching Back to the Future because it made me feel better. It made me escape the reality. It made me believe even that maybe one day a time machine could come into play, where I could go back and change the career I was in and not have gotten laid off, or work a little bit harder so maybe they would keep me around. But the truth was, every time the movie ended after 153 minutes, it was like, or 156 minutes actually, including credits, it's back to reality. And then I felt sad again. And then eventually, after the 60th or 70th time watching it, I finally had this realization that there was going to be no time machine. There was going to be no way for me to change the past and then, or go back into the past, change things, and come back into the future and everything would be okay. But although Back to the Future is a fictional story and the best trilogy to ever exist, there is some truth to the way that the timeline works. No, I can't go into the past and change things and then come back to now and everything will be different, but I can change how I react to the situations I'm in now. I can change my story for the future by the actions that I take right now. And that's what really gave me the inspiration to, once I had that realization, finally get up and start changing what this story was going to be for me. Was this going to be a story of Pat getting laid off and then falling into this pit hole? Or was this going to be a story of Pat getting laid off and finding new opportunity? And that's thankfully what I did, the latter. Thank you for that. Francis, welcome in. Thank you so much. All right. Some of you maybe never heard that story, but that's really why I'm so in love with the movie and why it means so much to me and why I spend thousands of dollars on memorabilia that most people think is crazy. But hey, that's what super fans do, right? That's what super fans do. Let's spin the wheel, y'all. Either.io. Yo, I like this. This is fun. Either.io is a website where literally millions of people vote on a choice, and we get to determine where we fit amongst everybody else's votes. So let's go. We're going to do a few of these. I need to make sure they're family friendly. I have one queued up already that should be pretty simple based on what I'm seeing here, but I'm stoked to see where we go with this. Also, by the way, Karma, thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate you. I can time travel. I just came back from the future where you did episode 164 of the income stream. It was awesome. Dude, that's so cool. Bruh. Thank you so much for that. Okay, let's go to either.io, and I need you to just pick blue or red. And I think for this one, it's going to be an obvious answer, so we'll do a few of these. But let me scroll down here. So all you have to do is pick blue or red. Would you rather stop using YouTube or stop using Facebook? Now, both of these have opportunities to go down rabbit holes. And I don't know, and maybe in chat we can have some fun here too. What was the last YouTube rabbit hole you went down, if you'd be willing to share? Maybe you wouldn't be, because some of those rabbit holes and black holes on YouTube are a little disgusting and weird sometimes. I got yesterday into this fit of watching, I think, 6 or 7 back-to-back videos of chiropractors cracking people's backs and necks. I don't know how I landed on that, but man, some of the most satisfying videos I ever watched. And I almost felt like my own back and neck were cracked watching other people. Super weird. Anyway, red. Okay, we're all on the same boat. I'm pretty sure it's going to be red for most people. So let's see. 1.6 million votes on this one, by the way. Let's see where we fit in. Yeah, 82%. Absolutely. Okay, so we're all in agreement there. I think Facebook, distraction, heated conversations that we don't necessarily want to be a part of. And yeah, it's just so much not so cool. If I were to stop using YouTube, I'd stop having access to the most incredible resource to learn how to do anything in the world. Facebook doesn't really have that, right? This is an interesting one. We're on sort of a online situation. So would you rather blue or red? Check your email first. Skeletor memes, says Manos. Nice. So would you rather blue, check your email first every morning, or red, check your social networks first every morning? Now, mind you, I wouldn't recommend checking either of these every morning to start the day, right? To start the day. You want to start your day with personal development, with stuff for yourself. The moment you go on email, the moment you go to social, it's other people's thoughts, attentions, needs, wants, desires that you are now catering to, right? Versus you waking up for yourself, like how Elrod talks about in the Miracle Morning, and focusing on you and reading or meditation or journaling or practicing gratitude, expressing gratitude, etc. So we're going to stay in the constraints of this question here. Would you rather check your email first every morning or check your social networks first? The struggle with checking social networks first is like, there's a lot of crap news happening, right? And it's like, I don't want to wake up with like, oh my gosh, another thing in 2020, come on. But at the same time, blue, sometimes when you check your email, there's now a fire that you didn't know exists that probably doesn't need your immediate attention, but guess what? It now has your immediate attention. So I'm probably going to pick red, to be honest. Why? Because in some social media networks, we didn't define which one. For example, Instagram, I know that in most cases, Instagram has very positive messages, and it's from people who I've filtered that I want to follow, etc. So I'm going to pick red. Let's see where we all end up. 72%. Cool. 1 million people agree with us out of how many? It's kind of crazy that 1.3 million people have voted on this. Okay, interesting. Good stuff. That is a hard one if you had to choose, but we're going to go back to either probably if we land on that. But let's spin the wheel again. What do we got? We got prediction. Okay. This was a random one that I put on here because I removed another thing that wasn't quite. We had a game last week called Scattergories, and it just took a little bit too long. And I wanted to have some fun with you. And within the realm of, let's say, social media, we're going to pick different topics. Within the realm of social media being networks, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, etc., I want to know, and I'm going to share my answer to your prediction for the first of the major social media platforms to go away, right? Like what happened to MySpace. MySpace was the jam, right? You go on and you see a person's top 8. You hopefully are a part of somebody's top 8, and you see Tom there, and you see these glitter marquees happening, and then MySpace went away. For me, my prediction is truly, I think that Facebook, with all the fire that they've been going under, with the election coming up, with all this other stuff, I think Facebook is going to be the first one of the major ones to actually go, or at least pivot. It's not going to be the same Facebook that we know and actually grew up with. And I miss the old Facebook. I miss where it was just connecting with friends, and it was just what you had for dinner and paying attention to your friends and family. I miss that. EJ says Snapchat. Snapchat's interesting because although it's getting less and less popular, I know there's still a very strong, especially young community who is on Snapchat. Plus, they have, I think, the technological advance for the fun when it comes to phone and filters, right? So Snapchat's there for sure. I think it's definitely going to pivot though. It's just such under fire, and Zuckerberg and in these hearings is just like such a robot. It's just interesting. Anything Camera says Tumblr, Facebook or Snapchat. Facebook is so toxic nowadays. Yeah, Jordan, I agree. I stay off of it. Isn't the place I enjoyed. Agree. TikTok. We can talk about TikTok for just a moment here. TikTok, in fact, I think a couple companies, Microsoft is thinking of buying it, and I think Walmart. Did you hear about this? Walmart and TikTok or Walmart and Microsoft are putting their heads together to see how they can acquire TikTok, because I think that there is a huge opportunity within TikTok, and I think, in fact, it's actually going to grow. I think that there's going to be some way, shape, or form, and I don't know what you think about Instagram Reels. Have you seen Instagram Reels? It's poo-poo right now. Like, I don't think it's worth getting into. And I've seen a lot of people who have mastered TikTok get on Reels, and it just doesn't have the same, really, it's the algorithm of TikTok, the way TikTok is. And by the way, it used to be called Musical.ly. And I remember Gary Vee, very big into Musical.ly. He called that one, and then it turned into TikTok. It being a Chinese-owned company, it's under fire politically right now, and it might be banned, but it's been like that for a while, they've been saying, and it's still here. And I gotta say, one of the most entertaining platforms I've been on in a while. Super creative, and Reels is just not doing it for me. There's absolutely no algorithm. And you're just sharing the same videos like you would on an Instagram story, but it's just, you have more editing features, but you don't get the vision or the exposure like you would on TikTok. Anyway, why wouldn't TikTok go the way of Vine? I think that's a good question, and I don't quite know the history of Vine, GTO, in terms of why it kind of went the way it went. But I recommend, if you happen to be on TikTok and you're building an audience there, please start building your platform off of these platforms so that you can get in there and start actually connecting with your audience and having a little bit more control. Because the truth is, we don't know what's going to happen, right? With these predictions, we can just assume and speculate. But the truth is, things are going to change. And if you put all your eggs in one basket, all those eggs can crack. If you play in somebody else's sandbox, hey, the algorithms might change, your business can be affected, and you don't have control. So bring those people off those platforms, even if it's just a small percentage. At least those small percentage of people are your fans, your followers. They can follow you anywhere, no matter what technology is, right? So there you go. I miss Vine. There was a Vine 2.0, by the way. There was a Vine 2.0. All right, let's keep spinning the wheel. Good conversation. I wasn't quite sure. I couldn't predict how this was going to go, but I like that discussion. We'll predict about something else later too, because there's a whole bunch of things that we could talk about and predict. And I like having these discussions. These are the kinds of discussions that I love to have with my friends and my colleagues. And you're my friend, you're my colleague, so we can have these discussions here too. Thanks for the respectful and interesting conversation here in the chat. I appreciate y'all. Let's go, let's go. Yay! Awesome. Brand standing. Wasn't sure if we were going to land on this, so I kept it in the box. But for those of you who don't know, Brand Standing is a game that was created by some guys who are going to be launching this on Kickstarter. They sent it to me a long time ago, and I'd never heard from them. This was sitting in the closet, and once the income stream happened, I pulled this out, and I was like, wow, this would be such a fun game to play here on the income stream. The way this works is we're going to pick a industry and then a demographic, and you have to come up with the brand name or the name of the establishment or the name of the company. All right. So here's what we need to do. We're going to pick the industry and the demographic, and I'm actually going to shuffle these because I haven't actually shuffled these in a while. And this is super fun. And honestly, I'm terrible at this game live. I'm great when I have some time to think and I'm not pressured by hundreds of people watching. But I am so impressed by all of you. And after this, I'm going to pick a few people who I'm going to add to the wheel of names. I almost shuffled the 2 decks together. I don't want to do that. So we have a wheel of names, and we're already 20 minutes in. We have yet anybody entered into the random giveaway for those 3 books. So I'm going to get a little bit more involved with putting your names on there. But let's actually go to the wheel of names right now so I could show you. That's what we just answered. Wheel of names. So this is where, these are all last week's peeps. This is where we start adding names, and just at random, I'm going to pick somebody right now from the comments and just add your name, just so at least there's 1 person on there. All right, we're going to pick Yoga Rajinder. There we go. Yoga Rajinder. Awesome. You're the first person on here. Literally, if I were to spin it right now, you would win the thing. Okay, let me stop stalling. Let's get into brand standing. So here's what we're going to be working with right now. A bank. Here we go. A bank for Elvis Presley impersonators. A bank for Elvis Presley impersonators. Let me see if I can get the focus going a little bit better on that for you. But we're going to do, and this is what you need to do. You need to come up with a brand name for this. And I'm going to pick a few standouts, and a few of the standouts I will be adding to the list as well. So a bank for Elvis impersonators. I would do a hunk of change or a hunk of money. That's not bad, right? I don't know. Some of these are really bad. But, oh, dude, I like this one from Luke. Hubba Hubba Bank. Hubba Hubba. Does he say Hubba Hubba? Hubba Hubba or Hunka Hunka? The Memphis Safe. Wise Men Safe. That's a good one. Hunka Burning Money. That might not be the bank, but that might be payday loans. Wise Men Save. Wise men save. Only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Jailhouse Bank. That's a good one. I like that. Hunka Treasury. Cool. Let's see. Dollars and Donuts. Doesn't he have like a peanut butter fetish or something? Maybe fetish is not the right word, but like a peanut butter obsession, peanut butter like on pizza. Peanut Butter Bank. I don't know. Where's his homeland? Memphis, right? Memphis, you said. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Don't be cruel. Don't be cruel savings. I like that. I'm going to add that one too. I was going to put don't be cruel. Who is that? Stephanie? These are great, dude. These are great. These are, I wasn't sure where this was going to go because this is a little bit, old school, but let's keep going here. Graceland. That's the one. Let's see. I'm still shook up. Change. I'm all shook up. How do I know all these songs? Crazy. Love My Tender. Steven, I got to put you on there, dude. That's a great one. Love My Tender. That almost sounds a little dirty, but I think that in terms of tender money, dude, that's the winner, I think. I'm going to say Steven's the winner on that one. I really love that. Blue Suede Bonds. Thank you very much for your money. Pat's trippin', says Rex. Cool. I like that. I like that. I'm gonna put Jonathan. Wise men save. Did somebody else say that too? That's a good one as well. Let's see. Who else we want to put up and give a shout out to? Love your singing, Pat Flynn. Thanks. I don't know. You're so young. I don't know if you know these songs, but maybe. What was the? A little bit. What song is that? I forget. Don't quit your day job. Thanks, Jay. I appreciate you. Peanut butter and banana sandwich. That's the one. Cool. I like it. That was super fun, y'all. That was super fun. Funny how money slips away. Hello, everyone. I hope I'm not late to the game. No, you're not late to the game, Little Spice. But we are going to spin the wheel again. The first time I ever saw your interest rate. Return to lender. Yo. Anything. I'm gonna put you on there too. Anything cameras. And again, I'm sorry if like it's not necessarily like first to say the one. It's just I'm checking out the chat. It's so fast, and I apologize that this isn't like a super fair thing. Satisfaction. Thank you, Aaron. But I like this instead of return to sender, right? Return to lender. Good stuff. That was wow, chat. You guys impressed me very, very well in that one. Let's spin the wheel again. Thanks, y'all. Yo, another prediction. Here are 2 predictions. Number 1, I'm going to pick 3 names at random now to add to the list because we need to keep building the bank here. So here we are. I'm going to add 3, and then we're going to pick a topic. If you all want to give me a topic that we might want to predict about, let me know. So I'm going to scroll up and down. All right. And we're going to add 3 names here. First name is Contempo Coding. Let's see. Contempo Coding. And again, we're going for 3 winners. Each winner will get a signed copy of my book, Superfans, and a shout out on both Instagram and Twitter, Instagram stories. So super stoked on that. Scrolling down, we're going to add 3 more. Facebook Gone, says Paximus. So we're going to put Paximus on here as well. And then finally, here we go. Smoking mirrors. Can't stand TikTok. Waste of time. I understand where you're coming from. It is definitely a waste of time for me to go into these rabbit holes sometimes. But smoking mirrors, we're going to add you to the list. Okay, we got 7 names now. Okay, so next, what are we going to predict about? We have prediction of a number of things. Predict. Yeah, let's predict about a few things because this is an interesting thing. So let's go with. I'm going to go to, first of all, I see one here that I want to do. Let's see. Where are you? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I think. No. Anyway, I can't find it. I don't need to post it up, but we'll talk about this. Romer here as well is asking the same thing that Living Joyful and Well talked about, the future of education, the future of school, right? School being next week for our kids here in the Flynn household and it being all virtual. I know some people who are bringing their kids back to school already and it's in person. I saw a really cute photo of a kindergarten teacher who was bringing their kids back to school physically based on the district that they were in. And they made every desk look like, you know, even though it had those shields on either side of the desk, they decorated each of the desks to look like fire trucks, which was really cute and it was really cool. So a lot of teachers are getting really creative today, and I gave a shout out to, and I want to publicly thank every single person in the education space right now who's working hard to try to make things work, because it's a weird time right now. And honestly, where are things going to go from here? I predict that in, you know, I don't know when, but we're going to get back to some sense of normalcy. However, I think that there's going to be a lot more restrictions on just closeness, if you will. And it's weird because it's strange to say that, you know, we're going to try to keep our distance even after we're out of this. But I think that there's just going to be this lingering effect of COVID and the pandemic for how just public spaces are in general. I heard a lot of smart decisions that people are making related to, okay, we're just going to keep all the doors open, meaning we don't have to each touch the doorknob when we're leaving. We're just going to keep all the doors open in the school. And I think that's a good idea. And I think that teachers and educators are going to have to continue to get more creative as we kind of move forward for this through this. But I think that in the future that, and I'm talking about the way distant future, I think a lot of education is going to be online based or virtual, if you will, and I don't know how I feel about that because it's kind of a weird thing. To see my 7-year-old on a Zoom call with like 20 other students, it's like, wow. Again, teachers, thank you so much for what you're doing because it's just amazing and unprecedented right now. I think that higher education is going to be changed forever in terms of colleges. I think that we are trending toward a lot more apprenticeship, mentorship type of education. And that's really exciting to me, right? In the future, having people, much like in the older days, choose like a trade or something that they want to do that's not something that's already been automated, right? And I think automation is definitely coming. I don't want to get political here, but I definitely agreed with Andrew Yang's assessment of the future in terms of machines and robots taking over a lot of jobs, including trucking, even flipping burgers. What are all those people going to do? And it's these soft skills that we need to learn, especially as young kids, that are going to be more important. And I hope that we're going to stop continuing to teach what we've been teaching in the way that we've been teaching. And there definitely needs to be some reform. And I think that we need to, in education at least, in the early age, focus on a lot more soft skills, creativity, presentations, communication, empathy, those sorts of things, problem solving, working in groups. Again, presenting, such an important skill that I wish I picked up earlier in life. And then in terms of higher education, just the college systems and the way that all works, like it's going to be interesting. It's not going to be the same. That's for sure. It's not going to be the same. Did you know there's a laptop shortage right now, which is also pretty crazy? A lot of college students are struggling to find the right equipment to have virtual learning capabilities right now. It's just like, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. And as many of you know, I want to be an agent of change in that space. And this income stream, my business at SPI Pro, or at my business at SPI, everything I'm doing there is, to me, just a giant stepping stool toward reaching a much more general audience to be able to have an effect in that world. So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I'm just going to be going and honing in on how I can make an impact there, especially as now the kids are getting a little bit older and now having more time, not having to take care of the kids every single moment and help out with April and the kids in the house. So anyway, that's my prediction. That's a good discussion. Thank you for the open conversation about that. So really, really cool. Really, really cool. Let's spin the wheel, y'all. What are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? A giveaway. Awesome, I like it. Let's pick 3 more random names here in the chat. There are well over 1,000 comments now, which is really cool. Shortage of podcast and photo equipment. Shortage of video equipment for sure. Here we go. Angles. Anything cameras. I already added you on, so we're gonna spin again. You're getting lucky today. Mandy Ellis, blue. We're gonna put Mandy on here. We got how many names now? 8 entries. We're going to scroll again up and down the chat. I'm just going to pick wherever the thing lands. Ooh, Lewis says esports. I like that. Thank you very much for your money. This was in reference to an Elvis song, I believe. So Francis Taylor, awesome. And we're going to spin one more. What's up, Ken? Good to see you here. Ken X. Scrolling down. And we're going to put Startup Flame. What's up, Startup Flame? Awesome. That was the giveaway. All right, let's keep going. A lot of chats coming in. I like how when the chat comes in, it's like, yo, let's say a lot more things. All right, here we go. What are we gonna get, y'all? What are we gonna get? Oh, okay. Another giveaway. I usually, when we do 2 in a row, we don't do that, but hey, since it's a giveaway, we're going to keep going here. Let's see. We're going to scroll down, and we got Grandma Goody. Awesome. This is all random, by the way. Keep scrolling down. We got Ken X. Awesome. Welcome in. Scrolling up. We got, oh, what's up, Mark? Good to see you here. We got John Michael Dornoff. John Michael Dornoff. All right. 3 more names. We got 13 entries now. Again, we're giving away 3 copies of my book, Superfans, and each of the people who are selected are also going to get, if you have something to share, a shout out on Twitter and Instagram. I'll still shout out to you anyway, but I'd love to help and actually link to something of yours, or at least a profile if you happen to have one. So awesome. Let's keep going here. Fantastic. All right, what do we got, y'all? What do we got? We got brand standing. Let's play again. So remember, we're picking a industry and then a demographic. You put them together. These are random cards that I have. Again, the game is called Brand Standing. And we come up with a brand name. And you guys did great with the Bank for Elvis Impersonators. But let's pick the next one. So we're going to go industry. That doesn't exist anymore. A newspaper. A newspaper for... No, let's not do that one. Here we go. A newspaper for UFO enthusiasts. A newspaper for UFO enthusiasts. So what would you call your newspaper if you were a UFO enthusiast? I would say, I would do something like Roswell Times, News 51, 51 Gazette. I could see some of these things. Yo, Consult the Blind Guy. Duh. Why didn't we think of that one? That's a good one. Out of This World News. I like that. I like that one. Let's put you on there. Consult the Blind Guy. Out of This World News. I'm putting you on the list. What else we got? The Daily Saucer. I like that. Area 51 News. Area 51 News says John. The Daily Alien. Let's keep going. The Alien Times. Out of This World News here as well. The Flying Saucers. UFO Times. Green Man Gazette. That's a pretty good one. Editor Unfound. Almost like a UFO editor. That's a good one. The Nightly Beacon. That's a good one too. Let's see. Daily Aliens. Abductions Weekly. Abductions Weekly. I like that one. I like the abduction situation. Abduction Times. Yes, Scott. I'm going to put you on here. Scott Abel Dinger. Ken, I already had you on, which is cool. So we don't have to add your name twice. Let's see. Blank Pages says Doug. Truth is out there. Truth is out there. Extraterrestrials. John. I'm liking it. I'm liking it, John. I'm going to add you here as well. Jonathan, the traveled tourist. These are creative. I like these. Phone Home Gazette. That's pretty cool. I like that. Galactic Gazette. Paper in Black. Above the Fold Flying. 51 Headlines. Bro, that's pretty cool. 51 Observer. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's pick another one since we're here. So we're going to do... Let's see. That's very similar. Ooh. Okay. This might be interesting. Let's do a detective agency for stormtroopers. We're going to play twice here. A detective agency for stormtroopers. What would you call a detective agency for stormtroopers? So you got to come up with a brand name for this. This is your agency. You have that little Main Street sort of storefront with your name on the storefront window, and people come in and they need some help, but it's these stormtroopers who are coming in. So a detective agency for stormtroopers. Let's see what you guys come up with. Hope you're having fun today. This is super cool. Learn, Grow, Give. Thanks for being here. All right, let's see what you come up with. Can't say it. Sith investigators. We always miss. I don't know, Luke, if that would be the best name for an agency or a business that you're trying to grow, right? Storm the clues. That's a good one. I like that one. Frugal. I'm going to put your name on the list as well. Frugal family home. Very nice. That was Storm the clues. Storm sleuths. Find them and grab them, says Gabriella. Troop along, found lightning, clueless droids. Storming the scene for clues. Black and white. See where you're going there, John. I like it. Bad shooters, investigators. How do we miss detectives? Underground troopers. Darth Holmes Inc. Spy Wars. Yoda finders. Yoda man. Yoda. Yo best come in. Sorry, I'm not good at this. But Shauna, I like that. I'm gonna add you here too. Shonda H. Just added you to the list. All right, let's keep going. Trooper Snoopers. Yo. That's good. That's good, GT. I'm going to add you here. I know you won something last week, but we're going to add you here anyway. Let's see. Bad Aim Sleuths. Clone Investors. Blaster Aim Private Eye. Trooper Search. Dude, these are so fun. I love crowdsourcing this game with you because I've tried playing this game with like 3 other people, and it's like the more people involved, the better. I mean, just these are such great answers. And this we aren't even actually playing the game the way it's supposed to. There's different rounds. There's like investor cards where you can share investment money with the brands that you like the best. Those kinds of things. Seeking the droids you're not looking for. Not really a great brand name, but I like it. Lex the CPA added you to the list. We got 20 entries here now. Couple thumbs downs coming in. I hope you have a better day, but thanks for helping out with the algorithm anyway. Dog the Stormtroopers. That's a good one, Dolip. I like that. Dog the Stormtroopers. Let's see. What do we have? Missed it by that much, investigators. That's a good one too. Cool. Well done, everybody. We got 20 names on the list. We got 17 minutes left. We're gonna spin the wheel, have some more fun. Let's make it happen. Great playing, guys. Whoa, I thought that was going to be story time, and it was like, just kidding. So if you have a question, type in the word question in the chat box or in the comments in all caps, and then followed up by your question. I'm going to spend maybe the next 5 to 6 minutes answering some questions. Then we'll spin the wheel again. If you happen to be a member here, thank you so much for being a member. Use your emoji so that I can find you as well. So good stuff. Good game, everybody. Good game. So let's see. Flynn Wheel, love that BS game. So super fun. AV says, question, where do you see the SPI Pat Flynn brand in 30 years or more? Is it something that you will eventually hand to kids, family, team to continue? 30 years down the road. Wow, this is crazy. Here's my prediction for 30 years down the road. I will be 67 years old. I will be likely retired at that point. However, I will probably still own some sort of business, and it would be one that would give me a lot of joy, relaxation, allow me to live longer, and not provide any stress whatsoever. I think that I would own a coffee farm in Hawaii. That's kind of where I'm going toward. Surfing every day and trying to smile as much as possible. As far as the SPI brand, it's hard to say because who knows what business and or the internet is going to be like during that time. But I guarantee you that even if I were to own a coffee farm in Hawaii and just focus on that, there would still likely be some sort of advisorship that I would do or mentorship for new businesses that I would do, because it's just something that I absolutely love and get a lot of and very similar joy from. As far as the business and how it might relate to the kids, I mean, it's obviously something that I would love to, if they should choose to want to get involved in that way, hand down to them and have them sort of take ownership of. But yeah, I'm not quite sure. I think a lot of my biography is going to be written about the education piece and helping to teach kids entrepreneurship and perhaps establishing some sort of organization to help out in that regard, which would be really cool. SPI Coffee, dude. SPI Coffee, for sure. That's what I'm talking about. April says, what does legacy mean to you? What kind of legacy do you envision leaving behind for your kids, and what steps are you taking to achieve that legacy? So right now, it's always leading by example. That's how you leave a legacy right now. But leaving a legacy in the future is having a plan and having some sort of impact on something that will continue to be important for people over time. And to me, again, that's education. Benjamin Franklin has a biography written by Walter Isaacson, or should I say Walter Isaacson has written a biography about Benjamin Franklin. And the first 60 pages of this 700-page book, Benjamin Franklin's already 40 years old. Everything that we know Benjamin Franklin for happened after the age of 40 in the next 630 pages of this book. I being 37 and you being your age, we have so much more time to give. We have so much more time to make an impact. And to me, legacy is creating something that will live on beyond you. And for me, that's, again, the impact that I want to have, not just on my kids and my immediate family, but the families of others, and helping to accelerate the world into much more of a entrepreneurial sort of space where people can create and continue to offer solutions to each other and to make a living doing so. So teaching those skills, those soft skills, and to kids is going to be, I think, the way to make the most impact. And that's kind of where I want to do. That's kind of what I want to do. Great question. Thank you so much. Let's keep going here. I'm just scrolling through these questions at random. Anything cameras. Pat Flynn, what has been the highlight of your week? The highlight of the week has been actually completing the gardens inside of the Flynn household, or outside of the Flynn household in the backyard. So me and April have a 3x5 raised bed that we created, and we finished that first. Then Kai helped to plant her 4x2, her 2x4 garden, and she's got some carrots, some green beans, as well as a tomato plant and some Brussels sprouts in there as well, plus some white onion. And to see the kids get their hands dirty, get involved, to get excited about gardening, I think is really cool, because I've gotten a little bit of a kick recently in the gardening space as well. And then Keone finished this earlier too. We got some shade over each of them because it's quite sunny and hot here, and the plants are thriving. They're doing really well. In fact, a lot of the beans, are growing quite fast. And you know how that, like, beans will come out with that little like string, and it's like, I'm looking for something to wrap around, and it's just so cool to see the progression every single day. So that's been really fun. And I'm growing microgreens, as Bobby Ann says, in the garage as well, which is really cool. Kenex says, what was your most riskiest investment move? So in terms of investments, like what I do with money, I think I definitely took a big risk putting quite a bit into Tesla, but it's definitely paying off right now. They are about to do a stock split. They're over 2,200, I think. I don't know. I haven't checked today, but they've just been on this massive run. I think even since their stock split announcement, they've been up like 80% or 68%. And then even since earlier in March during the pandemic, when things were going down for everybody else, I invested some more money into Tesla, and it's been definitely paying off. I'm also investing into NIO, which is another EV or electrical vehicle stock. And I have a diversified portfolio, but definitely the EV stocks are where most of my portfolio is at right now. And I'm kind of not banking on that. It's like, what my investment money's in regards to sort of retail stocks, it's all money that I've put aside slowly over time that I'm willing to lose. And I think because of that, I'm able to take bigger risks in that space, if that makes sense. Pavan says, where did you get that Spartan helmet? Where did you get that Spartan helmet? This is not a Spartan helmet. In fact, this is a Mandalorian helmet from Star Wars. So Mandalorian, a series on Netflix, Disney Plus, which has been really amazing. And this is the way. This is the way. So this is a Mandalorian helmet, and I got it from Etsy. Etsy has the most incredible artists for especially things like this, which, if you want anything cosplay, if you're going to a Comic-Con or something and you want to get a costume, like Etsy is the place to go for sure. So this is the way for sure. If you want to take a screenshot, now would be the time. Okay. Pat has spoken. For those of you who don't know why we're saying these things, you got to watch Mandalorian. It's absolutely fantastic. Cool. Well, thank you for the questions. I see a lot more questions coming in, and I apologize I'm not able to get to all of them, but I'm super stoked. I will answer this final question, however, from Susan, who asks, what are you reading right now? Right now, I'm reading your comment. Just kidding. I am In fact, I just finished up this book again for the second time. This is Michael Hyatt, The Vision-Driven Leader. And The Vision-Driven Leader is an amazing book for any entrepreneur at any stage to help us get on the right track with where, in fact, we want to go. Vision without action is a daydream. Action without vision is a nightmare. Just taking action without any vision. And so we're actually reading this together in SPI Pro, and it's been really fun to have a book club in our membership community there at SPI Pro, smartpassiveincome.com/pro, in case you want to check that out and potentially apply. It's not for everybody, but you're welcome to check it out again, smartpassiveincome.com/pro. It's been really cool to see the accountability that a book club has created for people to get through this book and the change that they've already made and the different visions that we're now seeing, which is really cool. So this is an absolute gold book right here, although it's a white cover. But if you happen to come across Michael Hyatt, or you want to give him a shout out on Twitter and let him know that we're discussing him here, I'm sure his ears are burning right now. This is the book. This is the way. Cool. Let's spin the wheel. Let's keep going. Hello. Gratitude. Great. I'm glad we landed on this one. So I would like for all of us to take a quick moment to express something in the chat, or if you're watching this on the replay, you can share it in the comment section, or just even think this. What is one thing that you are grateful for right now, right? One thing that you're grateful for. It could be about anything. And if you've ever practiced gratitude, it's very simple. Just think about something that you are very glad to have access to or very thankful exists. And it could be literally anything. It could be the air that you're breathing. It doesn't really matter. And when you practice this every day, you start to feel appreciation for the things that you do have access to. And we start to change our mind about the things that we don't, because there's, in realization, a lot of people who don't have access to the things that we indeed are grateful for. And I'm going to share some of these as they come about, and then I'll share mine. Let's see. I'm grateful for this community and the goodness we share. Thank you, Grandma Good. I appreciate you as well. I'm grateful my dad is home from the hospital and doing better. Frugal. Best prayers and hoping for a speedy recovery there for you. Grateful for my wife and children, says John. As am I for your wife and children too, but for my wife and children as well. Grateful for my family. Love the family. You know, I just seem to, and this isn't everybody in the audience, but I just love how most of my audience is doing business for more than just the money. It's about the family. It's about togetherness and whatnot. John here, wife and kids, love that. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for provision during the pandemic, even though I've been laid off. Thank you for that, Tim. Gratitude, my husband says, Rebecca. Grateful for a roof over my head, says Save Like a Bear. I'd be super grateful if Pat would play Watch Your Mouth right now. Not gonna happen, GTO. I appreciate you for making me smile, though. I'm grateful that you created Smart from scratch. It's making the creation process for my first digital product go much more smoothly. I actually feel confident about what I'm making. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you. My wife and kids, my life, I'm blessed beyond measure. Thank you, Dole Whip Dad, that my family's all together and support and love surrounding me. I'm thankful for my family. Love it. I'm thankful and grateful for my sisters. I'm grateful for my ability, for the ability to serve and lead. I'm grateful for just the fact that we have this thing called the internet. And when I practice gratefulness, this is in fact a very recurring theme, because if the internet didn't exist, we wouldn't have the opportunity to connect like we are right now. We wouldn't have the opportunity to help serve others. I wouldn't have had the opportunity to find a podcast that literally changed my life in 2008. I wouldn't have the opportunity to continue. I mean, we wouldn't have the opportunity to, stay connected during these crazy times. I wouldn't have access to support, not like we get now. And I'm just thankful that you're here too. I'm grateful for good health for me and my family despite this pandemic. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate you. Mandy Ellis, thank you for joining Team Flynn Platinum. I'm grateful for you now as well. Very cool. I love this, guys. This is great. I'm going to keep this one on the wheel because I think this is super great. Gratitude to Karen and Pat for emailing me just now about SPI Pro updates. Thank you. Learn, Grow, Give. Yes, we are going to be having a live chat in about 4 minutes about the book Vision Driven Leader within SPI Pro. We like to connect not just through chat and text, but also through Zoom calls as well. Just so grateful to be a part of this community and have the love and support for my family and friends. Thank you, everybody. And again, I'm grateful for you as well. So let's actually spin the wheel just a couple more times. We have 20 entries. I'm going to see if I can add a few more, or we can land on giveaway here. And again, thank you all. Learn, grow, give. Thank you so much. I know you gotta bounce, and I gotta bounce too in a couple minutes for this fun recap of Vision Driven Leader with the SPI Pro community members. But let's spin it one more time at least, and we'll see where we end up. Yo, did we call that or did we call that? I didn't actually call it. I just kind of hoped that that would be the one. But let me scroll up here and choose a few names to add to the list. And we're going to go with Xenia and Vlada. Love it. Xenia and Vlada. Oopsies. Next, we're going to scroll over here, up and down. We got Dole Whip Dad. And scrolling up one more time, I'm gonna do 3 more people so we can get 5 total, and then we'll choose the winner and we'll go from there. Luis Vera. Very cool. 23 entries. 3 more. Fried peanut butter sandwiches, says Thomas. Let's add 2 more. Scrolling up and down here. We got Roberta Kathizer. I'm sorry. Roberta Kathizer. We got 1 more. Scroll down. We got Garrett Gurley. All right. Congratulations to everybody who's gotten this far in the giveaway. We got 26 entries. The way this works is I'm just going to spin the wheel. You're going to see it, and it'll pick a winner. And then I'll remove you, and we'll choose 2 more after that. You are going to have a chance to, all of you on the wheel, by the way, congrats again, to win a signed copy of my book, Superfans, and a shout out on Instagram and Twitter. And we'll collect that information from you, and I'll share with you how to do that in just a minute. But we will make this happen. The wheel is definitely loaded. Look at how skinny these names are. But we're going to spin the wheel, and good luck to everybody. Here we go. We got our first winner. Yo! Scott Abel Dinger. Congratulations. Love how you said good luck, and then you literally just won right after that. So good luck, and to everybody else. All you have to do is send an email to pat@patflynn.com. Include any one single either username or website or brand or whatever that you'd like me to shout out if you happen to have one. But that's all you have to do. So pat@patflynn.com, Scott, and we will get that to you. So I'm going to remove you from the list, and we'll go for 2 more. Here we go. Here we go. Yo, here we go. Consult a blind guy. Congratulations. Send you a signed copy of the book and give you a shout out as well on the socials, pat@patflynn.com. You prefer the kids clapping? Like, I like that one too. I like that one too. But the sound that you're hearing here is just built into Wheel of Names. Okay, we got 24. 1 more. What's the percentage? I don't know. Anyway, let's go. All right, Paximus Enterprises. Okay, all 3 of you, please send an email to pat@patflynn.com. Scott, Paximus, and Consult the Blind Guy. Congratulations to y'all. What a big, crazy wheel, and what an amazing day we had together. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for being here and supporting, and thank you for all the gratefulness that you've been expressing in the chat. And I saw a lot of you saying you were grateful for the income stream and for me, and I'm just wanting to thank you so much for that. I'm grateful for you as well. So coming tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, we're going to do some fun little website and YouTube channel reviews, and we're going to have some fun. So maybe we'll review your stuff too. Anyway, take care. Thanks so much. Have an amazing weekend. Hope to see you, if not this weekend, then perhaps next Monday, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. Remember this, patflynn.com/theincomestream. That's where you want to go. Great job today, everybody. Super fun games, and we'll talk later. Cheers. Take care. And as always, Team Flynn for the win.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream, all while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream. with Pat Flynn.
Like I said, appreciate you. I see you. I recognize you. You belong here. You're amazing. Thank you for being part of the family. Thank you for the donos that have come in. And have a great weekend, y'all. Do something for you. Do something for you. You deserve it.
Bruh.